Yo, man, it's your boy Busy. I've been gone for a minute, but now the boy is back with the content for y'all, man. This is the first solo podcast. I'm gonna be organizing this a little bit differently. I do have a membership out there, man. If y'all want to get the content before anybody else get it, you just join my membership. Go on to my YouTube channel on a desktop or a laptop, and then join the membership, man. $4.99 a month. You're gonna get the content before everybody. That's a fact. But let's just get straight into it, man, because I missed a lot of things that have been going on inside the culture. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is YSL, Young Thug. This whole case, exactly what's going on. Now, I've been seeing clips circulating of YSL Woody, bro. If y'all not familiar with YSL Woody is the guy who was seen on tape way before Young Thug got arrested. He was in the interrogation room and he was giving them all types of information. Who is them? The boys. Who is the boys? The feds, the state, whoever you want to call them, the prosecutor, bro, the police. He was providing information to them because he got jammed up and he was the YSL informant that was being used to potentially bring down Young Thug and make him this king, drug lord, murderer, gangbanger that they're trying to paint him to be. Now, YSL Woody took he did a deal with the cops. He did a deal, and in that deal, he was supposed to snitch. But YSL Woody got into the case, got on the stand, and basically was like, y'all plead the fifth. So the judge was like, all right, I'm gonna hold you in contempt. I'm gonna lock you up. Lock your black butt up until you want to talk. So that's what happened. So they postponed it. They locked bro up. He came back. He want to speak. YSL Woody comes back. He fired his lawyer. Like, y'all, nah, man. Whatever she told him or whatever the other lawyer told him, because it was a black woman that was filling in for his main lawyer. And she was like, bro, I'm not even really representing him, Your Honor. But that was a whole other thing. But YSL Woody fired her because they ain't helping him. If he gotta still snitch, YSL Woody like, yo, bro, I'm not trying to be a part of this. Or I don't need you eating away my money. So he fired the lawyer. Now, things got really interesting when Young Thug... Now, hold on. But before I get there, bro, firing your lawyer when you are the lead snitch in the case is crazy. And I ain't gonna lie, bro. If I see YSL Woody out... Yo, YSL Woody look kind of diesel. I never seen a diesel snitch like that before, so I think some people might not want to play with YSL Woody. I don't know if I would want to see him in real life, but YSL Woody, man, just go out there and do what you need to do, bro. You need to tell. We already know you telling. There's nothing more to hide. Young Thug know you telling. Everybody already know you gonna do what you got to do, bro. I ain't gonna jail for nobody, and you shouldn't either, bro. Do what you need to do, bro. But with that being said, Young Thug's lawyer, Mr. Brian Steele, yo, he's holding it down. Now, this is what happened, bro. Apparently, the Judge Glanville, whatever his name is, him and the prosecutor and YSL Woody met privately. And they did not tell Young Thug's lawyer, who was Brian Steele, they didn't tell him about the meeting, and that's potentially like, you know what I'm saying? That's grounds for mistrial. Some people are saying, right? I think a little bit different than that. I think it's not enough because I just feel like they want Young Thug, bro. They're not going to stop this case until Young Thug is sitting behind jails for at least 20 years, bro. They want at least a dub from Thug. That's what I believe. But moving on with the story, Young Thug's lawyer gets up there and he makes this argument, and then he exposes that he knows that the judge, YSL Woody, and the prosecutor met privately and didn't inform him. And the judge like, yo, bro, how you find out this? So the real one, Brian Steele, who was Young Thug's lawyer, says, yo, I'm not telling you how I figured it out. But at the end of that sentence, he got real spicy and he basically exposed to the courtroom. He said that he got information that YSL Woody admitted inside of that little conference room, whatever they asked, he admitted to things. And one of the things that he admitted to was he was the gunman, the killer for the Donovan Thomas murder, who was rest in peace, Big Nut, who was a prime figure in Atlanta. I don't want no smoke with nobody in Atlanta. I'm just reporting what's going on. Big Nut was murdered. The prosecution is trying to paint that murder to be associated with Young Thug. So, Brian Steele, who represents Young Thug as his lawyer, said out of his own mouth, I'm not making this up. I didn't come up with this theory. He said that there was a proffer agreement. A proffer? Well, you know that now from all these cases, meaning like, yo, you tell us what we know. You tell us what you know, and we won't hold you accountable for it. And you won't be charged for none of that, bro. Whatever you tell us inside this room, we will not charge you for it. So they saying that YSL Woody, who is they? Brian Steele, not me. He said that YSL Woody admitted to being the guy that pulled the trigger on Donovan Thomas. Now, if I'm YSL Woody, bro, there's no way I'm moving forward with this snitching thing. After that was revealed. Now you got a target on your head. Because not only do you have Young Thug that may be after you, but now you have people that got so much respect for Big Nut that could potentially be after your life. That's a scary situation to be in, man. I honestly think he should just go to jail, bro. At this point, YSL Woody, you just got to go to jail like the rest of the YSL members and anybody that was, you know what I'm saying, involved in any type of street gang activity, bro. Man, because your life is definitely on the line when it come down to it. Now, I think that was an honorable thing that was done from Young Thug's lawyer. Like, to hold it down the way he's actually holding it down to be a lawyer is crazy. Like, he even told the court, he said, yo, he wanted to serve his time with Young Thug, bro. But to fast forward some things, from my understanding, Brian Steele actually did not have to go to jail, right? But he got a lot of lawyers that's sticking up for him. From my understanding, like his wife was gonna represent him. So it looks like he has a large community of legal advisors that's willing to ride with him because they feel like whatever is being done inside of that courtroom in Atlanta is unconstitutional. And that's what I think about the whole Young Thug thing. Do I think Young Thug will serve some time? Yes. I don't see no way out of this for him, bro. I honestly don't believe that Young Thug is going to be back outside on the streets making the slaps that we want to hear. I don't see it, bro. Like, they want time from him. That's why they cutting all these corners inside of it, man. That's just what I think about the Young Thug thing, man. Moving on to some more ratchetness that's going on, man. Sexyy Red was caught fighting inside of an airport. Now, I could never in my life understand why anybody would want to fight inside of an airport. But if there was going to be a rapper to do it, I would bet my cash on it being Sexyy Red. Now, Sexyy Red got her rise to fame from making the most ratchet songs that could possibly be allowed inside of the rap community. Like, honestly, I'm not a big fan of Sexyy Red, but I respect what she represents. And she does represent a large group of black people. Not the majority, but I think there's a minority of black women that are a spitting image of Sexyy Red. Now, to me, Sexyy Red, don't blow the bag. That's all I gotta say, bro. Like, you came from nothing. 2 years ago, we didn't know your name, and now you're getting more money than you could ever get. From my understanding, she's in a very great deal. She has a deal with Gamma. If you guys don't know who Gamma is who Drake has his deal with. Sexyy Red, Drake probably got her the Gamma deal. And they're doing things a totally different way, meaning they are not taking majority of the profit from artists. Just do it like that. Like, the traditional record companies, they were just basically robbing artists. But this new company that Larry Jackson, who was very instrumental in everything Apple Music, very instrumental in bringing Drake to them exclusives, the Chance the Rapper exclusive. He was the guy at Apple. Now he has ventured out and did his own company, and he is empowering artists. And Sexyy Red is one of the artists that he's empowering. So Sexyy Red, you're in a great position. You come from nothing. You come from the hood. You come from the ghetto. I get it. It's in you. But at some point, you got to understand that you have an opportunity to change not only your life, but your family's life, their kids' life, their kids' life. So you got to take advantage of it, man. To me, it's just unacceptable. Call me corny, call me old, call me, you know what I'm saying, like stupid, whatever y'all want to call me, bro. I think we got to do better as black people. Like, we already looked that one way. You're already making the most ratchet music there is. And your real life does not have to match your music. It just doesn't. Sexyy Red, you don't have to go out there and do that, bro. Take advantage of the situation that you're in. That's what I got to say about the whole Sexyy Red thing. But moving on, man, I like to say Bun B. Now, Bun B and his wife were involved inside a home invasion that happened in this Texas home. It's probably like a couple years ago, I want to say this happened, where Bun B was upstairs. He said he was on the toilet. He heard his wife screaming. He comes downstairs, and she is basically getting robbed at gunpoint, right? Very traumatic experience for the both of them, but definitely a traumatic experience for his wife. Now, recently, the court date had came up where the guy that did it, they caught him. They always catch him, right? You can't be robbing the beautiful houses and think you're going to get away with it, bro. You're not. They caught bro, and when they caught him, you know what I'm saying, they locked him up. And now his court date is here. So Bun B was actually called to testify. Now I want to pause right there. A lot of people are giving Bun B a lot of slack, saying, yo, how you rapping about this and how you doing that when you gonna testify against the guy that robbed you. Bun B is well in his 40s, but I'm guessing he about to touch 50 soon. Y'all can't hold Bun B to the same standards that you will hold a 18-year-old person that's out there in the streets going by the street codes. It don't apply. The problem is all the older guys that was rapping like that, none of them tell you that it don't apply no more for them. The Jay-Z's of the world. All the OGs, rappers, none of them tell you like, yo, man, we're not handling things in the streets no more. And that's exactly what Bun B did. He got up there. He testified. He said how much it affected his wife. Bun B even dropped some tears. He's trying to get this man locked up for the rest of his life. Now, you may ask yourself, why would a street rapper or someone that maybe portrayed to be a part of the streets get on the stand one and then cry? Obviously, there's only one answer for this. This was truly a traumatic experience for this man. He probably thought he was going to lose his life or his wife was going to lose his life. So he's doing what any real man would do. I know a lot of people out there is always talking about the real ones. Nah, he a real one. Well, in my opinion, this makes Bun B a real one because he has to go outside of everything that he know, inside of the culture that brainwashed us, to tell us what we should do and how we shouldn't talk and how we should never tell and how we should never snitch on someone that looks like us or anybody if we coming from a certain background. Now, I clap it up for Bun B because, bro, you got to do this. But at the same time, Bun B, I think we need to hear, who is we? Black people, specifically young black men, need to hear from you, and you need to explain to them why the whole snitching thing is dumb in the first place. Y'all got to cut that whole snitching thing out. Somebody run up in your house, bro, and the cops catch them. Bro, do what you need to do to protect your family, bro. That's all I'm going to say in this situation, man. What do you guys think? Do y'all think it was wrong? Do y'all think that's wrong to snitch on somebody that could have killed your wife or anybody in your family that you love? In my opinion, I don't think that's wrong, man. I don't. You do something wrong, bro, that's just what it is. Somebody gonna snitch on you, bro. What do y'all think, though, man? So, in streaming news, this situation, which is not funny, but it's a sick story, bro. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Ty Lil. Ty Lil is locked in, almost like best friends with the popular streamer Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat is on top of the world right now. He just did a stream with Drewski, Kevin Hart. It was epic, right? But Ty Lil is his man, right? So Ty Lil did a stream recently, and he had, you know what I'm saying, Tariq from Power. You know what I'm saying? Michael Rainey. He had him on there, right? And he also had a lot of people in the room. Because streaming culture is have a whole bunch of random people in the room so y'all can get the most organic reactions to things. So he got a lot of people in the room. One of the people in the room happened to be his sister. Now, I don't know if it's his older sister or younger sister. I'm going to guess that she's a little bit younger than him because her actions were out of pocket. She was seen on camera groping the actor Michael Rainey, right? It seemed like he was totally shocked because you could see him like covering up himself like he couldn't believe what she was doing. Like she going in for feels, you know what I'm saying? For real, for real. So the debate on the internet is if this was a man that did this, he would 100% be charged for this. Now, in my opinion, this is where things get a little bit dicey because in our culture, which is black culture, which is man culture, they tell us things like that. We never really, they don't tell us, but they show us because things happen and not too many men report things like that. It's like, oh, you know, she was just grabbing on my joint, right? That's just, they normalize that. It happens. It happens to many men. Many men have been through the same situation that young man has been through. We just drive on. We just move on. But when it happens to a woman files for sexual assault, sexual harassment, right? But in this situation, Michael Rainey did nothing, right? He didn't file for nothing because, like, why would he? Honestly, man. He's young. A lot of people in the comments saying, like, yo, man, you need to file. What does he got to gain from suing this woman, this girl, who probably has no money at all? So that's one thing. I'm going to sue her. I'm going to pay all these court fees. For what? What will he gain from suing her? Y'all say it's not about the money. It's about she need to understand. Well, y'all do that on y'all time. I'm sorry. Hate me. Hate me for saying the truth. Nobody's about to waste all their money because a girl wanted to be dumb and grab up on their junk. Now, 50 Cent came out with a statement saying, yo, man, just let it slide, Michael Rainey. Michael Rainey's not, he's not pressing charges because a girl grabbed his junk. And I'm kind of on the fence with 50 saying that because it's like, all right, I get that. I don't know if I would press charges. I would feel violated, but pressing charges, I don't know if I would do in that situation. But bro did release a statement. He basically saying like, yo, man, what happened to him, he wish it never happened. And basically that he hope it doesn't happen to other men and all this. You know, it was a whole big PR thing that I'm guessing he ain't right because it was well worded. You know what I'm saying? But he had to release something because he's a popular actor and the world just watched him get violated. So that's what I got on that, man. Y'all keep your hands to yourself out there, bro. If you, and Ty Lil, bro, you got to do better in deciding who you actually have inside the room when you got these celebrities that's coming through, bro. Like, I know that's your sister and you think maybe she's ready for this. But I feel like you knew she was a super fan of bro. So maybe you should have used your discernment and say, maybe you shouldn't come to this. If you're going to be wilding like that, I'm pretty sure she was saying some wild stuff too. Before that stream started, she probably was like, She nearly fainted when bro shook her hand, bro. So, I don't know, man. Y'all keep your hands to yourself, man. It's not right for women to grab men, and it's not right for men to grab women if the advance is not wanted. And that's my opinion in that. But it is what it is, I guess. That's the nature of the double standard. Moving forward, Bryson Tiller did a interview with The Breakfast Club. And on that interview with The Breakfast Club, Bryson Tiller discussed how his Trap Soul album, he felt like, was not received in the best light. He thought that people was not rocking with Trap Soul for whatever reason. Now, Bryson Tiller, I don't understand where he gathered that information from, and I thought it was a bit shocking for me. Like, because to me, that album was a classic album, and I honestly think that the majority of people inside of the black culture will say, nah, that was his classic album. That was the most classic album that a R&B, that's probably the most classic R&B album of our generation. I don't think there's a better album than Trap Soul of our generation. I don't. I'm talking about, like, when you talk about the new era of R&B, Bryson Tiller has the classic. Now, the debate was his album an instant classic? Now, in my opinion, bro, it was the instant classic. It was like, damn, we heard the Exchange record, and we heard, I forgot the name of the other record. It was 2 records that we heard, and then the album dropped. And with that, I don't understand why Bryson Tiller thought, like, people didn't rock with the album. I think that was strange, but I think that goes on to the psyche of the person that is really not used to any type of fame, any type of comment. He probably was in the comment section reading all the hate and not realizing that the hate come with the success. You can't be the most known guy and think people are not going to say hateful things, Bryson Tiller. Now, there's a few things that I always never understood with Bryson Tiller, bro. But after watching this Breakfast Club interview and him talk about, like, who he is and, like, his aspirations in life, I think I got a better understanding of exactly why Bryson Tiller faded away like that. He faded away like that for one reason. Bro is antisocial, bro. He don't like people like that. He don't like feeling judged like that. From what I gather in this interview, bro, it was overwhelming when he had to sit in front of somebody and talk. It is now 10 years later, almost 10 years later, and now we're getting Bryson Tiller interviews. That's just odd. Like, it's kind of weird looking at his face because we rarely didn't see what bro looked like. So, if the person that has some type of anxiety blows up overnight, because it did happen fast for him, I can understand why that would get in his way. Like, he let himself get in the way of the success that I think he could have went further. Bryson Tiller, at that time that he popped off, was a bigger, hotter, I ain't gonna say bigger, he was a hotter artist than Drake. And I think that is what catapulted him to blow up like that. There was a void. Bryson Tiller filled the void of Drake because Drake was absent at that time, bro. With the absence of Drake, it birthed Bryson Tiller. Only thing he did wrong in this situation, when the light got too bright, he went back in the house. And I think that was the downfall of Bryson Tiller. But Bryson, bro, Trap Soul was an instant classic. I don't know who said it wasn't. But if anybody ever sit next to me and tell me Bryson Tiller Trap Soul wasn't an instant classic, I just can't take no music opinions. I don't want to hear anything musical from that person at all. I don't want to hear no recommendations. I don't want to hear you sharing a playlist, like, because you know nothing about music at that point if you think that album was not a classic, man. Shout out to Bryson Tiller, man. Hopefully he can still do what he need to do, but I think the time has passed, honestly. Like, I think he gonna still make hits. Don't get me wrong. Bryson Tiller got the capability to pen something. His voice, his tonality, everything is perfect. But I just think he could have been a bigger artist. Moving on to some more music news, man. There's a video clip circulating around of Rihanna saying, like, yo, she's gonna begin to start to work on new music. Now, people in the Navy, which is Rihanna's fan base, you know what I'm saying? Beyonce got the Beehive, Rihanna got the Navy, right? They have been begging Rihanna for a long time to drop some music. But y'all know Rihanna is busy, bro. Rihanna busy, bro. She got Fenty products. Keep in mind, man, they saying that Rihanna a billionaire. She got a B. So at that point, I think it's hard to get anybody to do something that is going to require a lot more work, man. Let's keep it a bean. Like, as an artist, you got to go to the studio. Rihanna got to link up with the writers. Rihanna gotta come with new looks. She got to come with new sounds. She got to hand-pick selected beats. She got to have a whole theme of the album. And I think that's hard to do at this point. Keep in mind that she in a whole relationship with A$AP Rocky. She 2 babies in. So I don't think there's a rush for her to get to the studio, which she made it clear, like, I'm going to begin the process. Right? So she's telling her fans that she's going to start listening to the music that she already did to see if she want to make changes to it. So in my opinion, I think, will we get a Rihanna album? I think at some point a Rihanna album is going to come. But I don't know exactly what a Rihanna album at this point in her career will sound like. Because I think the last time we heard Rihanna, like, wasn't she like dissing Tory Lanez? Like, she had this whole thing. She had a whole like energy with her. And nowadays, it just seems like Rihanna is happy in a relationship. She's a mother. She's a business owner. I don't understand what the angle was going to be for her to market to her fans at this point. But I think they just want anything. So she going to be good if she drop, you know what I'm saying, like a little 12, 13 song album. I think she still got the vocals to do it. Rihanna is a beautiful woman. So I think she can still appeal to many age groups. I just think the rollout look a little bit different. Y'all know it's going to be some Fenty products in there, bro. Y'all know she's going to roll out some makeup with the album. Like, it's going to be some bundling going on when Rihanna drop. Y'all just be prepared for it. I'm waiting. Because, you know what I'm saying, I'm a big fan of Rihanna, and I do want to hear musically the direction that she decides to go to at this age. Because Rihanna, like, what, 36, 37? Like, she approaching 40. So we need to hear some, I ain't gonna say we need to hear something mature, but we need to hear something that we never heard from her. If she's gonna come back, which she does not have to, because she's already Rihanna. This could be detrimental for her career if she come back and it's trash. Now, I'm not saying that Rihanna's gonna be trash, but people nowadays be waiting on people to sound worse. People nowadays be waiting on people to fall, to fall off. So a lot of people are probably putting that energy out there to say, yo, Rihanna fell off, she ain't got it no more. But I think she's gonna prove them different, man. What do you guys think about this whole Rihanna thing? Y'all excited to hear the album? I am. It's probably gonna be, my estimate, at least two years. At least 2 to 3 years before y'all ever hear another Rihanna album. It's just too much money on the line for her to stop completely what she's doing to serve y'all. That's what I think. All right, so in more R&B vibes, Tyler, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Tyler. Tyler was the girl that's behind the Water song, you know, the Make Me Sweat, Make Me Harder, Make Me Lose My Breath. Yeah, that girl, right? All right, so she's from South Africa. Shout out to a lot of African girls going ham right now. We're going to get into the Tems album a little bit later in this video. Shout out to Tems. I love Tems. I'm a big Tems fan. So back to Tyler. Tyler did an interview recently. She sat down at the Breakfast Club. Charlamagne asked her, what's up with this whole colored thing, mixed thing, right? Tyler looks over at her publicist, her PR people in the room, the label rep, and the label rep says, she looks back at her like, the label rep said, no, we ain't answering them questions. Now, the debate on the internet for years has been, Tyler has came out and said she's a colored woman. She's not black, she's colored. Now, she mixed with some stuff. She mixed with some Irish, some black, some of this, some of that, some of this. Keep in mind, things are different where she's from, y'all. She's not in America. She's from South Africa. How they look at race and how we in America look at race are two different things. And I'm not defending her and this whole colored thing. I don't like that word personally. I'm from America. Anytime I hear colored, I think of some racism. So she used the word that she's a colored woman, right? The whole apartheid in Africa, they just got, you know what I'm saying? They just got not too long ago. Not too far removed from that thing. But the internet and a lot of black women, black men, black people in general have been, going crazy on Tyler for using them terms. During that Breakfast Club interview, I think she did herself a disservice by not addressing it right there. I think she could have killed that narrative if she would have spoke, but she chose not to, and she chose to take the executive way out, which it didn't work in her favor because later, now she's forced to give a statement online, and people are like, we're not trying to hear that at this point because you could have addressed it right then and right there. So, I don't know, man. Personally, I'm not a big Tyler fan. Tyler, to me, goes into the group of borderline industry plantish. She seems like she says all the right things. She wants to appeal the right way. It's almost like Chloe Bailey. Like, it's something with them that I feel like won't connect. Now, they got fans. They're major in the world. But something in them, I think the fans aren't dumb. What Kendrick say? Hey, Drake, they're not slow. Hey, Tyler, they're not slow. It's something there that fans got to connect with you as a person. You got this wall up and it's so robotic, and I feel like people can't connect with you. So maybe people in Africa will connect with you or do connect with you, but Americans love Tyler, but there's a level to it, right? Keep in mind, like, all right, Tim's is somebody I feel like that a lot of people will connect to because I feel like she's authentically herself. Tyler, on the other hand, and I hate to compare women. I know I shouldn't compare people because everybody's different. But I'm just trying to show y'all, like, from a business point of view, what Tyler's doing wrong, basically. Like, Tyler, just be normal, man. Get on an interview, answer the questions. Forget what the people told you back there not to talk about. Forget all that. When Charlamagne said, hey, you want to read the questions that they said not to ask? You should have been like, yeah, let me read them. Let me see. Oh, tell me what I'll answer them. Like, we gotta stop all that, like, get into an interview, don't ask this, don't ask that, don't do this, don't do that. Bro, if you don't want to be asked questions, stay at home. You taking away from the interview when you telling the interviewer what to ask you, bro. That's just insanity to me, bro. Like, stay at home, but you want the record sales. So if you really want record sales, you have to connect to the fans. How do you do that, bro? You answer all the questions that the internet got. Because that's all that the interviewer is going to ask you. They're going to ask you all the things that the fans are saying. I don't know. That's what I think about that situation. I'm going to get off of Tyler, man. Shout out to Tyler, man. I like the Water song, but I do think you need to act more like a person and not like a robot trying to gain people to like you. If that makes sense to y'all. I don't know. There's some crazy news that I discovered, bro. So I don't know if you guys should know this. If you're watching this channel, you should be in tune with the Bernie Mac show. Well, on the Bernie Mac show, Bernie Mac had a nephew and two nieces, right? He took them in, and one of the niece, the oldest niece, was Vanessa on the show. Now, Vanessa came out recently in interviews saying how the Bernie Mac show, she still get checks, but she's saying each year the check dwindles. So that put her in a hard spot. No pun intended. No pun intended at all, bro. Vanessa from the Bernie Mac show, she needs some money. So we're in the 2024 times, new era. And nowadays, y'all know a lot of women out there that got a little bit of clout. It only makes sense for them to get on the OnlyFans and get some money. So now we got Vanessa, who's a beautiful black woman now, on OnlyFans, collecting a check, man. What do you guys think about that, man? I don't know, man. I'm not a big fan of OnlyFans because I feel like it's the same thing as pornography. Like, you're just I don't want to kill people, but you're just a You're a one-army porn company. That's all it really is, Vanessa. And why nobody can write Vanessa a script, bro? Vanessa, how you get to OnlyFans? What happened to acting? That's what we need to talk about. Like, ain't nobody got no script. I know it's a Tubi movie that Vanessa can play in, man. Somebody write a script for Vanessa to play in something. Because we don't need her on OnlyFans, man. That's just what I think. I don't know, man. I think that this is crazy, man. I don't want to see Vanessa. I don't want to see Baby Girl. I don't want to see them on OnlyFans, man. Somebody get them right, bruh. Okay, so Ruby Rose recently was on the Joe Budden podcast. Shout out to my boy, Joe. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Joe Budden in the podcast. He had Ruby Rose on. Y'all can go check out the full video on his page. It's on his Patreon. It's behind a paywall, so you got to pay some money to get it or wait until the end of the year. He normally drops all the videos for free. Now, Ruby Rose, she's a rapper that, you know, came out of Atlanta. She dated DDG, but we first seen her in the Bad and Bougie video. We'll get to some details she said about that. But during this interview with Joe Budden, Ruby Rose they asked her if she write her own music, right? If she write her own lyrics. And Ruby Rose says, no. Now, I salute Ruby Rose. Double salute. Because a lot of people be lying about writing and who not writing, man. Ruby Rose told us the truth, bro. So we got to salute that at least, right? She told us, like, yeah, no, I'm not writing nothing. But the thing I got against that, Ruby Rose, is, come on, man. You mean to tell me that the thing that made you, I don't know her finances, but I'm just going to guess. Like, she done made it. I don't know if she has. She done made at least $1 million based on the music. I could be wrong in that, though. Let me not say that, man. I'm just gonna think, like, before is it the music? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I take that back, bro. She's not really a rapper. What am I talking about, bro? Ruby Rose is not a rapper. I'm sorry. Yo, Ruby Rose is not really a rapper, bro. She's just a beautiful girl that men fantasize about. Now, the music is secondary to her, so why would she write? What am I talking about? Yo, Ruby Rose ain't gonna write not one song, but it does look away when are you a rapper? You're not a rapper. So stop saying you're a rapper. Ruby Rose, just do OnlyFans content. Just go out there and do what you gotta do, hustle to get the brand endorsements, because I don't know not one song by Ruby Rose. Now, whoever her writer is, her writers are trash. Because if her writers were good, we would know them songs. Bro, I can't name one Ruby Rose song. Not one. So Ruby Rose, maybe you should fire your writers, because they're not helping you. You can do that yourself. Keep all your publishing. Keep all your songwriting credit. That can come to you 100%. Bust down 50% with the producer, but the writers, they just in the way. They're not helping you. They're not making hits. You could come up with something stupid. Not calling you stupid, but you come up with a stupid song. You come up with a trash song. People still going to accept it the same way. I don't think it's going to garner less streams than what it's already getting. So you're going to be in the same realm. They're not giving you no hits. So fire your writers, Ruby Rose. Now, Ruby Rose also said, bro, this was crazy, bro. Ruby Rose in the interview said that the first time we seen her was the Bad and Bougie video. Now, I really didn't catch her, like, in real time. Like, I'm in Atlanta at that time period, right? I'm in Atlanta. I ain't know who Ruby Rose was. I caught wind of Ruby Rose probably, like, a year and a half after Bad and Bougie, right? That's when I knew who she was. That's when she started popping, right? During that Bad and Bougie video, she wasn't, like, so hot. Like, everybody didn't know her, right? So she said that she was at least 16 to 17 years old when she made that video. And I'm like, 16, 17, she was born in this year. The math ain't math. I seen a lot of people in the comments saying, like, yo, her math was wrong. But why would she get on there to say that? She's already been seen on DJ Vlad talking about that she was dating 21 Savage and this rapper when she was like underage. She's on record saying that. You guys can Google DJ Vlad, Ruby Rose, underage, And you're going to see Ruby Rose talking about how she was dating rappers when she was underage. So now she goes on the Joe Budden podcast and just relinquishes information about her being underage on the set of that music video and being a video girl now. That was actually cap, man. I don't know why she said that. I don't know. She might have been high, bro. Because we know Ruby be smoking that Zaza. So I'm thinking Ruby Rose was high, twisted. Maybe she was tipsy. She was saying something that she didn't realize she was saying. Because she later gave a statement to say, hey, guys, my bad. I was wrong. I was 18. Now, I know my boy Quavo probably hit her up in that DM like, Ruby, what you doing, girl? Because I'm pretty sure she had to sign all type of consent to be on there. She had to prove that she was of age, show IDs just to get on the video set. But Ruby Rose, that's what she said, bro, man. I don't know, man. I'm not a fan of Ruby Rose. I don't thirst after her like a lot of people do. So I'm just giving my true opinion of what I think about all of this in totality. Ruby, you are a nice looking girl, but you gotta stop with the whole minor thing, man. Like, if you're not gonna go all the way, we gotta like, don't lean on being the minor, it just seems a little bit crazy. I don't know. What do you guys think, man? Because you gonna give out a statement later saying that you wasn't. It's a little bit weird, in my opinion. What do you guys think about Ruby Rose lying on an interview or mistakenly saying the wrong thing and then going behind the scenes on a post and correcting it? Like, don't say it. If I'm Quavo and I'm Offset, rest in peace, Takeoff, bro, I'm mad at this point. Like, what you're trying to put us in a category as like nasty men. It made me want to go back to the video to see what she was actually doing. Like, what was Ruby Rose doing in that Bad and Boozy video? I don't know, man. What do you guys think about that? All right, so the moment I've been waiting for, man. I've been waiting for a long time to hear Tems' album, right? Tems is a Nigerian artist that I've been following for years. Like, I know all her EPs. I know her singles. I probably heard every Tems song there is, right? So I've been waiting for this album, man. She dropped this album, Born in the Wild, like almost 2 weeks ago, maybe 1 week ago, something like that. And I've been having that album on repeat. Before that, it was just like short EPs, I would say, like 4 tracks, 5 tracks, 6 tracks, 7 tracks. But every song on them was fire. And now we finally get a full-length project from Tems. Now, Tems have had features with Future, Drake, Wizkid. She done had hit songs with other people. And now she drops her debut, right? This is my honest opinion about this, man, because I've been sitting with this album, man. I'm excited. Tems, I'm a fan. But I'm gonna keep it a bean with this. Like, I'm not here to sugarcoat nothing. On my first listen, this is the first time I heard it. The first time I heard it, I was like, I don't know if this is to the standard that I thought it would be. Right? Off the first listen. And then I'll keep listening to it. I'm like, okay, let me see what she was doing. One thing I took away from this was, I think in the past with all her rest of her music, Tems was way more hands-on the production. And that's why those songs felt the way it felt. These new songs on the album, the production is better. Don't get me wrong. The production is 10 times better. It sounds like she's not in a studio in her room. It sounds like she's on an analog board, recording clean vocals. It's a studio recorded album. She's not on a laptop. She's not recording on a laptop. She is in front of a console. Right? And I can hear it sonically on the album. Production doesn't sound like she was that much hands-on. Like, she maybe tweaks a few things, but they brought in new producers this time. They had a budget. There was a budget on this album. I am curious to know how much was the budget. Because the music sounds different. That's not a bad thing. That's growth. Tems, we need that. We need you to step up a level, because that was the thing that people were saying about J. Cole for the longest. J. Cole, you can't keep producing your own beats, right? Even though you're talented, Don't do it because people want to hear what you sound like on other sounds. And that's what Tems gave us. So I clap it up for Tems for, you know what I'm saying, losing her ego. Because that's what it takes as an artist when you producing your own joints. Like, think about this. If y'all guys can make 100% of the money of $1 million, if you can make 100% of $1 million, wouldn't you do it? As an artist, when you have the capability to make 100% of the money, most people going to continue to do that until it get burnt out or the fans complain. I don't think Tim's fans complained at all, right? So for her to take that step early to relinquish some of the responsibilities from herself of production, I think that should be saluted because that's a smart business move. So I'm listening to the album, you know what I'm saying? I got it on repeat. I'm about to catch a busy. I'm about to catch a vibe on this joint, right? And honestly, another thing I got to say, I'm going to say all the things that I think could have been better at first. I think if the album was at least 4 to 5 songs shorter, it would be instant classic from Tems. Just drop 5 songs off, Tems. 5, get rid of them. Cause I know you love what you put on the album. I know it. As the artist, it's hard to drop them. You like, nah. And then the streaming, you trying to get more numbers. I get it. But if she would have dropped 4 to 5 songs from this album, instant classic. But she didn't. She got 18 songs, which I think was a little bit too much. Seeing that she already been like feeding her fans with a bottle of like, here, take this little bit of song. Take this little bit from this album. Take this little bit. So we already used to a small dosage. And now she just give us a little bit too much to take in at one time. Pause. A little bit too much to take in at one time. But every song is a great song. That leads me to the next thing I got to say. I think Tems is great at tapping in to her core audience. She knows what we want to listen to, and she's not looking for a hit by herself, solo. She has made hits with other people, but a solo hit from Tems, we have not received. And I'm trying to figure out exactly why we have not received that. Like, is Tems not capable of delivering a solo hit by herself? Is she not capable of doing it? I don't know. And I don't know if she needs to do it. I think her core is so strong that she don't even need a hit. Because everybody that loved Tems is going to show up. We're going to play the songs. They're going to go out to the shows and sing the songs word for word. And that's the best position to be in as any artist. But I think every artist is looking for a hit. Every artist want to feel what it feel like to get in that studio by yourself, no feature. Just put your chest out and be like, I did that. And I think eventually, if she keep down this path, a hit is going to come. A solo hit from Tems is going to come, bro. Features by J. Cole, she smoked it. J. Cole, that's what we wanted to hear. That other little feature you had with Cash Cobain, no. This is the bag that we want J. Cole in. And Tems, thank you so much for giving J. Cole this opportunity because he needed it at this point. People looking at him real funny since this whole Kendrick and Drake beef thing and him bowing out. So I think this was a great effort to help people slowly forget about that, man. Tems, I think this was a phenomenal album overall. Overall, this album will last the test of time. This album is timeless. This album paid homage to people like Rihanna, Beyonce. This album paid homage to the soul era, 80s, 70s soul music. I can hear that influence in there. She paid homage to G-Unit, 50 Cent. She got a song on there called T-Unit. She paid homage to the whole dancehall culture. Yo, man, so that concludes my first episode by myself, my first podcast, man. I want to thank y'all for watching this. Shout out to Tim's. I really was rocking with that Tim's album. Make sure y'all go stream that joint. It's called Born in the Wild. It might be probably the best album of the year, in my opinion, man. Yeah, y'all stay tuned for the content. If you have not subscribed to my subscription, man, make sure y'all do that, bro. You're gonna get the full video before anybody get the video, bro. Continue to tap in with me, show love, drop comments, man. It's your boy Busy, and I'm gone.